Are we rolling?
Yeah, we're ready.
Rolling.
Let's do it.
What episode 7? Boxed off? Is it 7?
Is it 7? Technically.
6 was last week.
6 was last week. Well,
Must be 7 then.
nah, it's not, is it? How are you?
Not bad, mate. What are you telling me?
Fuck all. 2 of us, back to 2. Back to
I know,
the
yeah.
original 2.
How's it feel on your ones now when I see it?
Just gutted that I don't have everyone's legs to touch me filming now,
Yeah, man. That's why I never sat on that set of you, because I don't want anything to do with you on this podcast. In the same shot anyway. Like, obviously, we worked together minutes out.
Joke you, lad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I actually listened to before, yeah? And it absolutely goes off. You see Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak started a band.
Oh yeah, what's it called? Sonic? Silk Sonic,
something like
Silk
that.
Sonic,
Mate,
yeah.
that tune they brought out was an absolute banger. I can't stop listening to it, bro. It's absolutely sick.
It's a toe tapper in it. It is a bit of a wave one. You put it in the chat in it, and I listened to it, and I was like, yeah, it's pretty good.
It's a bit of a banger, to be fair. I added it to my like tracks. Singing along to it in the car.
Bruno Mars, yeah, he's a sing-along guy, isn't he? Like,
yeah.
When he drops tracks, like he drops them funky. That track he dropped called Funky. Yeah, funky.
Nah, Chunky.
I'm laughing at him.
No, it's called Chunky.
We've got time to start. Yeah, don't listen to Bruno Mars, innit? That's why.
I do. He's my fun.
I listen to sing, I'm not on Bruno Mars. But
no.
yeah,
Bruno Mars absolutely goes off. Him and Anderson .Paak, I swear they played at the Grammys last night.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Did you see, was it Lil Baby?
Yeah, do that performance.
Yeah, that was pretty mad, wasn't it? I don't know what it is yet though, like, I feel like with American rappers and stuff like that, I just can't, I find it difficult to rate a lot of them, mate.
I don't like live performances from like that, Little Baby like that, I don't like them sort of tracks.
I feel like them sort of American rappers,
Yeah.
they're like, they're better like on a recorded tune rather than a live performance.
Little Baby is sick though, like he's got some bangers.
No, he's got some big tunes. I think that's where the UK wins again. I think obviously I've not seen that many American writers, so I might be talking out my ass, but I think that the UK is the best performers, the best performers in the world.
Live performers
in the world. If you go to a Get stage show or a Kano stage show or like Skepta stage show, yeah, something like that, like those shows, yeah, I don't think anyone can touch them.
Yeah, they get.
But I remember, to be fair, I remember when I saw Kendrick Lamar at Leeds Festival, and his stage presence was like nothing I'd ever seen before. Like it was actually mad.
That's different, though, isn't it? Like Kendrick Lamar, and they're obviously on a massive stage with bare people there. Like,
yeah, that's true.
That's different, isn't it? They're back on the Grammys, yeah. Obviously, it's like an American thing, isn't it? Really, but obviously, there's loads of people who get stuff. Didn't Beyonce become like the most successful? Is it person to win the most Grammys or the most like woman?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, she got like 60 odd or something, I think.
60 odd Grammys?
Something stupid like that. I swear she won fair last night.
Well, so she should. She's an absolute queen, mate.
Whatever she does, yeah. Oh, I seen. I'm sure. I don't know if it is right again, because again it's Grammys and I don't really know too much, but I'm pretty sure that Meghan Thee Stallion got best rap track.
Yeah, I think so.
Savage.
Yeah, I'm a savage. That actually remind me of something else. Yeah, I saw a tweet before saying how influential TikTok is on the music industry.
Yeah, definitely.
It actually is. Like the biggest tunes that are probably some of the biggest tunes that have come out recently. Yeah, they arguably did get massive off TikTok. That tune, Rockstar. I was a rockstar. That was a TikTok one.
Most people who make tracks now, like they do dances as well in a minute, and then they recreate them.
That's why when Drake did Tootsie Slide.
Yeah, that was perfect marketing. That
genius.
Like, he knew what he was doing there, innit? Like he made that pretty much for TikTok, and then obviously everyone was doing that dance.
Yeah, I've got to say though, like when we did that thing on the socials, when we all picked a track on Friday, I've got to say like, when Webb's picked that Drake tune, it is a big track in it.
Yeah, the Lemon Pepper Freestyle.
Yeah, it's a big track.
Yeah,
it's a big track.
Well, that's just
because I took a step back from Drake. Really, like I used to really like him when I was a bit younger, but like more recently, like for example, his last project, I can't remember what it was called.
Like Drake's. Well, he drops like stuff every now and again.
Yeah.
Like that one he just dropped was like 3 tracks.
The last one that I really liked from Drake that I took in and probably smashed out was Views. That album, which was a while ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a while. But like when Drake drops anything, it's always going to be big in it because
Yeah.
he's Drake.
It's Drake. He's the biggest.
But,
He's
like-
the biggest. He's the biggest in the world, isn't he?
Yeah, pretty much. Probably say he's
Yeah.
probably one of the biggest. Everyone knows Drake.
I can't.
Well,
I genuinely can't think of a bigger rapper than Drake. Like genuinely, I don't think there is one.
off the top of my head, no, but
Yeah.
I say everyone knows Drake in it worldwide. So fair play to Drake. Yeah, but Grammys, it's an American thing, isn't it? Really.
The Grammys are huge, aren't they?
Yeah, it's massive, but like, does anyone know?
I mean,
really,
if
really
you-
care?
Like obviously a UK artist can win a Grammy.
I think.
Can they?
Yeah. What's he called? Won one.
Ed Sheeran must have won a Grammy, surely.
Yeah.
Sam Smith,
What's he called? Harry Styles.
Harry Styles, did he win a
He won something last night.
Yeah,
He did the opening for
he
it.
performed.
There you go. Fucking hell.
I actually rate Harry Styles.
He did it in a leather jacket and literally like nothing else, just a leather jacket.
Yeah, I
and a
saw
pair
that
of
on
jeans.
Twitter.
Well, no pants.
You wish.
Yeah.
No, I actually rate Harry Styles. He's a bit obscure in the way that he carries himself, which I can't say I rate, but he's got a sick voice. He's actually released some big records.
I couldn't tell you one Harry Styles
When he
song,
dropped
right?
that Sign of the Times tune, it's a ballad. Obviously, I'm not going to listen to it every night. I'm not one of the ones that you listen to all the time. But when I first listened to that, I thought that's actually a very, very good song. He's a good singer. Do you know what I mean?
He might have a good voice in it, weren't he? In that, he was in a band, weren't he?
One Direction.
No, it was.
He was in a band, weren't he?
Yeah, what the biggest boy band of the last fucking
Well,
10
well,
years.
For one, yeah, I don't like bands. Two, I don't like.
Everyone knows One Direction who's in One Direction. I could reel off all the names.
All
of
I
One
could do,
Direction.
I swear to God, I could name is him, Zayn.
He's trying to act cool here for the cameras, and we all know One
there's him,
Direction.
Zayn, the Irish one. I swear my life I don't know the other two.
Girl, I just want to take you anywhere that you like. Tune.
I don't even know what that is.
One of One Direction tunes. Go on.
Because I don't know One Direction.
Mate,
yet.
One
you
Direction.
Think you think it's a flex, me not knowing One Direction?
Mate, One Direction, right, have had bangers. They have dropped absolute bangers, mate, I'm telling you.
If you played some of them, I might know them.
Mate,
but-
there are numerous One Direction tunes that you've heard, yeah, that absolutely go off. They're a guilty pleasure. They
Might
are.
be your guilty pleasure.
Yeah, they
I
are.
would say,
They
yeah.
actually are probably my guilty pleasure.
Maybe
There's-
your guilty pleasure.
There is
not
some
mine.
big One Direction tunes out there, I'm telling you.
My guilty pleasure. That's a good one, isn't it? What's your guilty pleasure? Well, obviously yours is One Direction, loser. Mine, my guilty pleasure track or artist.
Yeah, there's a few.
To be fair, yeah, I would have said something like Chris Brown.
That's not guilty
But it's
pleasure.
not guilty pleasure, is it? Because he's
That's
Chris
like-
Brown's another one who's probably the same as Drake. Like,
Yeah, Chris
worldwide.
Brown, yeah.
Chris
yeah.
Brown's
I'd
got,
probably say
like-
Drake's bigger, but yeah, but it's probably the same.
Chris Brown's
Same
like
sort
drops
of-
projects that are like 40 tracks long. Innit?
Yeah.
So,
Tell you who's got a mad work rate? Tory Lanez. He's got a serious work rate.
bro, he's getting it all in before he gets nicked.
Yeah.
Because again, that isn't Meghan Thee Stallion that he shot in the foot.
Yeah.
By accident apparently. But
Yeah.
he shot the floor and like shot her in the toe or something, didn't he?
Do you remember when he pulled up on Dax?
Yeah.
Dax.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we met?
Yeah, it was actually sound, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
It was well sound. To be
Yes,
fair,
it was.
yeah, again, I didn't even know who he was, me. He was wearing that green tracksuit wearing bare dreadlocks and that. Because you said he'd done a track with KSI, didn't he?
Yeah.
Is that right?
No. Him and KSI were sending for each other.
Oh shit, that's it, yeah. So he was sending for each other and I was like, I didn't even know who he was, but he was actually well sound. Got a little pic as well, actually.
Yeah, it's here. By the way, whether I'm listening to you.
Where did you meet him?
Fire in the Park.
Fire in the Park.
Nice.
Fire in the Paygark.
The Ponderosa.
Went off that.
Fun, man.
But yeah, there's been a lot of shit that's actually gone on recently. You know, like I was actually thinking. Obviously, we had a guest on just the other day, and then we had another one the previous week.
Mhm.
So it's like since we actually just had a proper conversation, me and you, like a lot of shit's actually gone on.
Yeah,
Some shit that's not the most cheerful things in the world. Obviously, Meghan Markle did her big interview on with Oprah, which I watched. Well, I can't lie, I didn't watch it all.
I was gonna say, have you watched it?
I've watched most of it.
All I seen was some clips of it. But yeah, it was a bit peak for the
All
royal
I'm trying to
family,
say
right?
is, yeah, like I can't say I'm surprised with a lot of it. I thought it was a given that the royal family were racist. I think it doesn't surprise me that the royal family are being deemed as racist for saying that they're afraid of what skin colour the baby was going to be and all those kind of things.
That's a bit heavy, isn't it?
I mean,
saying that?
yeah, but as awful as it is and as bad as it is, like I wasn't that surprised when I found out some of them were racist, which is sad. The Queen's not. Apparently, the Queen is as 30 as they come, which I heavily rate.
So
But
should be, she's queen, man.
I know, but apparently Meghan said that the Queen's a really, really nice woman and all that. She really looked out for her from day one.
I reckon she would have said that anyway, though, because if she starts going at the queen, yeah.
Yeah, true.
it's not a good look for her
Yeah.
with the British public, even though it probably isn't already a good look with some of the British public. But fair play to Meghan for what she's done.
Yeah.
And Harry as well.
Yeah. She basically says that there's something called the Firm, which are a group of people that basically control all the movements that the royal family make. So, like, they're technically like advisors, but are they advisors? Do you know what I mean? Or do they just genuinely just tell these people what to do?
She says that in the open.
Yeah, there's a thing called they're called the Firm, so it's like a group of like higher power people who we don't know.
Like Green Street.
But it's like a group of higher power people, and then they basically control and advise all the moves that the royals make, which is crazy. But there's a guy, a conspiracy theorist, called David Icke. Have you heard of him?
No.
David Icke is a guy who basically he's a conspiracist. That's what he does for his job. He writes loads of books and stuff. I swear, back in the 80s, like, he used to be on telly or something, and then like a TV presenter.
He knew too much and they kicked him off.
Nah, not even. I think he just started coming out with all these mad like conspiracies and all these mad ideas, and then no one believed him. Like, everyone thought he was just talking out of his arse. And then I could be wrong, but I think he left that line of work and then went into being like a full-time conspiracy theorist. And like only like recently in the last few years, of all the things that he's been predicting started to come true.
Shit, really?
Which is actually pretty mad. But like he predicted like coronavirus, like he predicted bare mad shit, and he basically says his theory is there's a thing called the 1%.
Oh yeah,
right?
I know that conspiracy.
And the 1% are literally like a group of like the most powerful people in the world that probably aren't even on the names aren't even probably, you can't find them anywhere, like they probably don't exist on paper. But these people basically want like a whole new world order where they put the whole world on one electronic currency. So there's no cash, there's nothing like that. Effectively, it could be like Bitcoin to a certain extent. I don't know, I might be running in the wrong direction with it here, but effectively, long story short, they want the whole globe onto one currency, cashless, digital, so they can track everything, where everything goes, and basically control everyone. But if you actually deep it, bro, you don't really need cash these days. I never get cash out. I pay on my phone, or I pay on my phone most of the time. I can pay on my watch. Like, it's crazy. Like, there's no thingy. No one really needs cash anymore. So I think eventually, cash won't be a thing.
I did a Chinese last night. Yeah.
Right.
And it was like 50 quid. My gran and granddad come round, and like I said to my mum, I was like, "You got money to pay for it?" She was like, "No." And I was like, "Right." She was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna have some money for that off Jack, who's my brother." And Jack was like, "I've not been out the house, I ain't got any money." And I was like, "I ain't got any money." And we just sat there like, well, it's going to be here in 10 minutes and no one's got any money. And like, it just puts into perspective, innit? Like,
yeah, like no one has
cash anymore.
No one has cash these days. But if you think about it, like,
Chinese was pucker though, sorry.
Yeah, big up, what'd you get?
Yeah, I'll go into too much detail.
Okay.
Let's carry on the 1% thing.
But so, yeah, the 1%. So this is what these people like. They want to control the whole world in the one currency, yeah. But if you actually think about it, yeah, think about the rise of cryptocurrency now, and all these new currencies that are magically appearing now, and that all these new people are investing in, and people are being like, people are trying to influence people to invest into Bitcoin and all this.
Bitcoin prices have gone up again. I saw it today now.
Bro, you know Tesla invested in Bitcoin. They bought like 1 billion worth of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Tesla. Swear down.
They're going to be waddy then.
Mate,
it's still going
Yeah,
up.
you can buy Teslas in Bitcoin now.
Yeah. There's a guy at my work who I work with. He's mad on it. Like, he keeps trying to convince me to like invest, but I'd rather put money away. I'd rather put cash away into a savings account rather than invest it into something that might not.
And it's dead expensive for like one Bitcoin. It's a lot of money.
So it's like 13 grand for a Bitcoin.
Silly.
Did you see that footy player in like the Spanish third division who got signed by Bitcoin? Like, I can't remember what club it is, yeah, but it's in some Spanish division anyway. They're sponsored by like a cryptocurrency thing, and he's the first ever player to be purchased via Bitcoin or via cryptocurrency. And man's that.
Mate, it blows my mind. I mean, I don't know too much about it to really talk on it, because what I'll say will probably be infactual. But yeah, it's mental. Like, so this David Icke guy is just, I don't know if I'm trying. Yeah, so the Firm is what I was talking about originally, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that maybe ties into the idea of the 1%, these people that are trying to run the world, etc. But yeah, it's mental. It actually puts it into perspective how much we don't know as regular human beings. There is so much shit going on that we do not have a clue about.
We don't have a clue, man. This is like this. I've told you this off camera, but me and Ben were walking up when I thought the other day, and we saw this like really strange guy. Well, he was quite strange, isn't it, Ben? But like he was watching the moon, and I can't go into detail about what he was saying because we'll be talking for ages, and I can't remember all of it yet. But he was like reiterating about, obviously you're born and you get taught things, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
So like when you're born, you get taught whatever, your nursery rhymes, how to count, whatever, and that's all information fed to you. You don't find anything out really by yourself until you get older. So like the higher power, they have a set plan or like a routine almost of like what they're going to feed you, and that's all you know for your life. Like it could be anything that you could.
Bro, have you heard that theory? Yeah, that basically claims that we might not see colours the same way.
Yeah.
So I see that as red, right? That for me is red, and I see red. But you might see green, but you know it as red. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see red on that though.
Yeah, obviously I see red, but we're both conditioned to both see red,
that's what I mean.
So we will never know if we're seeing the same colour, because we're both conditioned that this, what we see, that is called red. But it might not be actually red to everyone.
That's what I mean. That's what,
but you'd start having arguments, wouldn't you?
Yeah, of course.
You'd be like, nah, it's not red.
But
That.
you can,
but it's what you get told.
You
get told that that's red. That's all we've ever known, isn't it? Like that's like, you know what I mean?
That's the theory, innit? So we will never know, because when we're a baby, we don't challenge anyone whether something's right or wrong, because we automatically think that that's
no matter what. Like I say, that's red, or that's orange, you know from growing up that that's that colour, and you're never going to dispute that, no matter what. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's actually mental, but
absolutely crazy.
It's stuff like that blows my mind. Like the actual idea of the idea of the unknown and the thought of the unknown and not knowing things, actually my head explodes. Like the idea of the I know this is kind of old news, but we still don't know it yet. How the White House are going to basically tell us all what they know about aliens in space. That shit blows my mind, bro. It absolutely.
Don't they have
blows
to?
My mind.
They have to let us know soon.
Yeah. But the thing is, are they really going to tell us all? Because, bro, if there's aliens walking the street, right, and do you know what I'm saying? Like, if there's aliens walking the street disguised as humans, right, they have all these mad fucking technology to make themselves look like humans or whatever, and they're cutting about the streets, and the government know this. There's no way on earth the government are going to say, oh yeah, by the way, there's aliens walking on the street, just so you know. Everyone would go fucking mental, mate, like it won't happen.
But when we went on a walk, can't remember what it's called, Mamtor, something like that, when it was bad snowing, and there's like a lake frozen over you. And it's only me and Grant, and like there was in the middle of this lake that was all frozen over you, and there was like a big circle. It looked like a UFO had landed there. And I was like, that's fucking UFO that. Didn't it? You know what I mean? It could have been like a water duct underneath.
Mate, have you seen that Bob Lazar? Joe Rogan?
No, I've not.
Mate.
Is he a madman?
Bro, fucking watch it. I recommend. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Bro, right. I'm telling you right now, if you got 2 and a bit hours to spare in your day, or a Sunday or whatever, go on YouTube, type in Bob Lazar, Joe Rogan, right? Basically, Bob Lazar is a scientist, right, who, when he was younger, I'm talking about our age, could have been even younger, could have been 18, 19 or whatever, he was into like making rockets, and he was a genius, right? Mad scientist, could do everything, and he was putting like jet-powered rockets onto like wooden cars and shit like that, or onto like his bike, I think. Mad, right? Anyway, he's applied for this job as a scientist. He's been approached by these guys for a top secret job working for the government, right? He's working at Area 51 effectively, right? This job's at Area 51, and he's an engineer working on unidentified objects that have come from out from our atmosphere, out from Earth, right? This is a complete. It's well, believe it or not, he basically works there. Yeah, he works there for years, and he claims that he worked on spacecrafts. He said that he worked on a UFO that he goes in there. It's tiny, and effectively it's built for someone who's like probably like 3 foot or whatever.
Like Togs?
Yeah. It's built for small midgets, effectively. A small midget. I don't know if that's like the best way to say it.
I don't think little people.
Little people, smaller people, yeah, or smaller aliens or whatever, right?
You can't be a small midget. You're a midget or not.
Right. So for smaller people, yeah. And he says that the spaceships they don't have buttons like we would see buttons. It's all like grey and it's all flat, like the table. Everything's flat. But anyway, long story short, he said he found this item that basically had a force field around it, but it was generated by gravity. So this device was able to form its own gravitational pull around it, and that is technology, yeah, that humans on Earth are hundreds, if not thousands of years from being able to develop. Because to be able to develop gravity into something so small needs so much power, like it's unimaginable. Unimaginable, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but like I say, fucking Area 51 and that.
Yeah.
Like the world as we know it is what we know it, but like this is me the other day. I was on a spiritual one, yeah, looking up at the sky.
There's defo other things out there.
Oh, I was looking up.
It's
Yeah,
that big, yeah.
I just took a minute, yeah, and I was just looking up, and like it was night time, and there's bare stars in the sky, and like. How often do you actually look up to the sky at night and look at stars? Like I don't ever do it.
I watched bear documentaries on
I was just looking up like that, yeah, and I was like, you know what I mean? Like you just see like little balls of fire, and it's like there's obviously, I mean, well it's not obvious, but there's got to be something else out there.
Mate, there's 1 million gazillion %, yeah. If we haven't seen aliens have seen us. 100%.
Yeah,
aliens know that we're here. Aliens are probably, like Joe Rogan says it perfectly, yeah. He's probably seen it, yeah. Like aliens are probably coming to Earth, yeah, and seeing all these. They've seen all these humans, yeah, fighting each other, killing each other, destroying the planet, littering, and thinking, what the fuck are these lot doing? Like these are all mental and fucked off. They probably think we're lunatics.
Yeah.
Like.
Probably don't want to make
Probably. It makes sense, doesn't it? Like, we're out destroying the planet effectively, killing each other.
They don't want to be boys of us because we're just fucking maniacs.
But
especially UK. Boom.
at the same time, does it not? Yeah. But does it not make you feel a bit? Scared's not the word because it's not scared, but
Curious.
Curious is the word.
If it ever came to conflict, yeah. If they can create gravitational fucking devices, yeah, we've done out here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. But anyway, to finish off the Bob Lazar thing, yeah, he basically told the press that he works for him because if he left, they'd kill him. I think the government would kill him.
Yeah.
So that's why he went out to tell his story, and loads of people started going to his house and things like that to try and speak to him, saying that they've seen UFOs everywhere. And then they made a documentary about it. It's really interesting. So if you got any time, Joe Rogan, Bob Lazar, YouTube, your mind will be.
Or if you've ever seen a UFO or anything like I did, let us know because I'd be very, very.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Ghosts?
I do.
I don't believe in ghosts. I
spirits.
believe in West shit. That's what I believe in.
I just think like energies, me.
Yeah, probably say
more
more
energies
energies
rather than like an actual ghost.
You say ghosts, I think of like a spirit or something, or like figures or things like that. Yeah, that's.
Mate, my mum used to live. My mum, when she was a kid, she used to work in a. She used to live in a haunted pub when she was a kid, right? She used to live in a pub when she was a kid, right? And she claims that it was haunted, and that there's bare mad stories that like one where I think it's where my granddad was in bed or something, and like on the other side of the room there was like a clock with like a flat bottom, and it was like a semicircle like that. You know what I mean? And then the arms on the clock glow in the dark, and basically claiming that my granddad woke up in the night and this clock was fucking floating in his face and fell into his chest.
Yeah.
And shit like my mum used to hear footsteps all the time. There was ones where like my uncle used to go down to the bar at night or something to rob a bottle of coke or something, and like glasses would smash near him and like bare mad shit like that. Like, my mum can validate it unless my mum's telling me lies.
That is weird. That's I believe in weird stuff happening. Like there's been weird things that have happened, like not necessarily to me, but like my family members. Like when something strange has happened, like something maybe to do with my dad or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So I believe in stuff like that in it, but
yeah.
I wouldn't like.
Sometimes it's nice to believe in it.
Yeah, it's something to. I mean, if I think about it, yeah, I'd say I believe in God. Just because I don't know, like.
But the thing is,
though, I've always just thought there might be something
But
higher.
if playing devil's advocate, yeah, I'm not like discriminating against anyone who believes in God, yeah, because a faith's a faith and it's a religion and whatnot. So you do you in it. But if God is real and God's a thing, why is there so many different gods for so many different religions? Are all these different gods chilling in different places?
Yeah, of course. And
Like,
everyone believes their own thing. Like I say, it's different parts of the world.
I believe in higher powers and I believe in the universe and I believe in things happening for a reason and the law of attraction and all that kind of stuff. I believe in that. I do believe in that.
What something else that recently I've been looking into a bit more that someone introduced to me is manifesting. So you manifest, which is like if you think something's going to happen or you believe it so much, it will happen.
Bugsy Malone swears by manifestation.
See,
He
now
swears by it.
somebody, now I mean it's easy to say, but easy for them to say as well. So somebody who is in a better position now, so for example Bugsy Malone would think something like that, and it could be easy to say that now. Just like if a professional athlete or something, let's say like when boxers or MMA fighters win a fight, like the first thing I want to say, thanks to God, do you know what I mean? They are in that position and they'll praise God straight away, but like other people may pray, may manifest all their lives and never get anything like that.
Yeah, I know. Is it?
Do you know what I
That's the
mean?
thing. Like, it's like the thing that I disagree with manifestation. Yeah, manifesting things is I could manifest every single day that I want to be a #1 selling rapper.
Yeah.
Right? I want to have a #1 selling album in the UK, and I want to win a Brit, and I want to win a Mobo, and I want to win a Grammy.
But do
right?
you not think?
But if I sat on my ass every single day doing nothing, but kept writing down and saying to the universe, I want a #1 album, I want to do this, I want to do that. But it's not going to come to me.
I don't think that's part of it though, is it?
You have to work towards
Yeah, obviously
it.
there is going to be hard work with it, but I think the point is that if you believe it and if you think it's going to happen, if you go out and actually do it, if you thought that you were going to be a #1 selling rapper, and everyday life after you finish work or whatever, or if you quit your job and then you were going to the studio every day, or you were writing lyrics every single day, pushing your music out, if that was your sole dedication, you'd like to think that you've got a lot better chance, obviously, than it happening. But like you say, some people might manifest things. Like they might think, oh, I just want the best or whatever, but not do anything about it. Like that's just a false way of looking at it, isn't it?
I mean, I believe in the idea of giving out the energy that you want to attract. So I always believe that if you're a happy person, a positive person, but that's who you genuinely are deep down, not the person that you portray to people on the outside world. I'm talking when you're sitting in your bedroom on your own and you're a happy person, you're content, that's your natural energy. I believe that you attract that same energy out in the real world. That's something I do genuinely believe in.
Can you ever be content though, like, especially at your age now, like, would you say you're content at the moment? So if I go to bed at the moment now, like, I'm not like depressed or anything, but like, I'm not content, like, I want more in it, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I don't think I'll ever be content or ever settled with the position that I'm in, do you know what I mean? Unless you actually reach the pinnacle or whatever.
But you've got to look at it like, am I content with life right now at this second, rather than dwelling on what's happened or what's going to happen? Right now, in this very moment, am I content? Yeah. My boys are around me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we're here, nice house, good job, money's in the bank, I'm paying the bills. Am I content? Yes.
It could be a lot worse, isn't it? That's an issue with me as well. Like, especially years ago, that's always how I looked at things. I always used to think there's always someone worse off than me. Like, I could be in such a worse position than I am now. No matter what setbacks or what positives that I have, I could always be worse. And I think that, like I say, that's how I used to look at things all the time. I think that's a bad way of looking at what could be you. You should be looking, or I especially now, over the last year and a half or 2 years, all I focus on now is what I want to happen or how I can make things better for myself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think that's kind of like manifesting, isn't it? Because just even wanting better for yourself, like doing, like my mindset, what I do now completely changes. I think that probably happens when you get older anyway, innit? When you're growing up, when you're aging.
Yeah.
Like,
now you're looking,
you know what I mean?
your outlook on life's different. Like, I could say, well, to be fair, a year ago, I was so happy and so content with writing for writing for Complex. I got there, I'm at a sick website, sick job, I'm writing about sick music, interviewing all these amazing people, yeah. At that 12 months ago, I was content and I thought, yeah, buzzing. I've got it. I wasn't in a rush to go to the next place. I wasn't in a rush to do this, do that. I was happy with where I was and what I was doing, yeah. Now, 12 months in the future, 22, 23 this year, how do I look at life? Am I content with the job? Yes. Arguably, I've got a better job now than what I did, which I never thought I would have. I'm working in a different field, but effectively it feels like a better job with more career progression. And now I'm looking in this way. Is it the position that I'm in, or is my mind state changed where I'm looking at, I want to, 12 months time, I want people working for me, I want to be doing this, I want to aim to earn X amount of money, I want to be able to be doing this, this and this. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, how, I thought I've lost my train of thought here.
You just, well, that's the thing, man. Like,
I'm how you look at things.
even me now, I'm content with where I am now, but I think the way I always think, like, I always want more. I just want better for myself and my family. And now, like, that's a long-lasting goal that's going to stay in my head forever.
I genuinely, I believe that's just a part of growing up. I think that's just having a man's mentality rather than a boy's mentality.
Therefore,
what I mean?
therefore, like me, like I've matured. Like, I was a little dickhead me like a few years ago, just like doing stupid shit. Do you know what I mean? Not even like stupid, naughty stuff, but like, you know, just not knuckling down, not as much serious.
I think me personally, like, I know we've had this conversation lately, and I don't really want to go into it, but I'd say losing people close to me has 100% changed my entire outlook on life.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd say the last 12 months or so was really like a reflection period for me after losing someone extremely close to me. It was definitely a reflection period for me, and it's just sort of changed and transformed my entire outlook on life. So
just about exact same with me.
Things how life throws these obstacles and these things at you. It's how you.
Everything happens for a reason, mate. That's what I would always say. Everything happens for a reason, and it's just how you get past it.
Yeah. No, I actually genuinely believe that. It's like everything happens for a reason. I said this. I met my old boss, right, like a couple of weeks ago, because I had to give my old work laptop back, right. And I met him in the car park at my work, and we just had a quick convo for 10 minutes, and he was literally just like, he said to me, "Oh, I'm really sorry, you know, it didn't work out, like, obviously COVID, and we just didn't have blah, 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 blah," and I was like, just trying to justify it, and I was like, "No, it's all good, because really, if I didn't have that experience at that job, I would never have been able to get this job. So even though that job didn't go to plan, it's put me in this better position down the line." So it does, and then I then once he left, and I said that to him without even thinking about it. I said, "Yeah, without that job, I wouldn't have got this one." And when he left, it made me think, like, maybe everything just does happen for a reason. Do you know what I mean? Like, it does. Do you know what I mean? So it's mental.
See, I believe in that, yeah, but I've had times where, like, I think, like, the mind or things like that happens for a reason, but it doesn't in a way. So, for example, I can remember splitting up with one of my ex-birds, who I've been with for a while. And when I was younger, I fancied this other girl for ages, like, proper fancied her, but nothing ever came from it in the end, and I was wounded about it, And then when I split up with, and she moved away as well, right? And when I split up with one of my ex-birds, the day I split up with her, I was driving back through Ducky, and the day I split up with her, and I seen that girl walking in Ducky, on a wand, and I was like, fucking hell. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then, but that's, like, nothing's ever come from it. Like, it's not like I've fucking got that bird now, but like,
maybe that was just the universe reminding you something.
That's what I mean. Like, sometimes that's me. That was when I drove past. I drove past. I looked back. And I was like, what the fuck? And then your mind's thinking like that's weird. That's so strange.
Crazy,
things like that happen for a reason. And then I'm thinking, fucking hell, has that happened? Is there something more to it? But nothing ever came from it. And then that's how, like, it can play tricks on you. It can, like, be different as well, I think. So it just depends. Certain things do, but certain things don't, innit?
Yeah, I guess so.
100%. 100%.
But yeah, I guess when you say that you were, obviously you say that you saw this girl when you was driving past or whatever, that actually just reminded me of, well, I guess it's a nice segue, I guess, to the other fuckery that's been going on in the world right now.
Yes.
Again, I think this is one topic that we have to speak very lightly on, something that I don't think we should go into too much detail about, or try and give the wrong factual...
I think we speak maybe lightly on it as well, because we're two males.
Yeah.
Talking in a female aspect.
And listen, look, right, if there's anything that we say that you might not agree with, right, this is all opinion based. Some of it may be factual from what we bring up, because we have done well, Will's done a little bit of reading behind it, yeah.
Jeez!
If there's any girls, yeah, that feel strongly enough and confident enough and want to, yeah, hit us up in the DMs and come and sit here, yeah, and we can have this conversation in a much more balanced way.
100%.
So hit us up.
If you've got an opinion on it as well, if you agree or disagree with what we say, please let us know.
But we don't mean to offend anyone or anything like this. We might be coming from an uneducated angle because we are men and we can't anywhere near we can't relate to any of the traumas or struggles that any girls have unfortunately been through. But at this time, something that has been circulating in the news, it would be ignorant not to speak about it. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely, it would be. Yeah. So what's the lady's name? Sarah? Is it Everard? Is that right?
Yep.
Is that correct?
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. First of all, yeah. She's the lady who was found dead.
Unfortunately, it took the police a long time to be able to identify the body because it was in a bit of a mess when they found it.
And then it turned out that it was a police officer working alongside it for that actually happening. So apparently
straight
away, that's like fucking hell, isn't it? Like, that just hits you in the face.
It hits home because it makes you think.
These are the people that we pay to keep us safe,
and you can't even be safe.
I
mean, but the thing is, like, this is where I think it becomes difficult because I completely understand that the idea now of this happening to someone from the action off the back of the actions of a police officer. But
doesn't mean saying all police officers are like that.
It's not every single police officer, and I do completely agree and understand the idea of people having zero trust in every single police officer. I do 100% understand that, but at the same time, if you were to be in trouble or frightened and somebody close to you you can't contact anyone, your parents or someone close to you or a guardian or whatever, the next person you will call is the police.
The authorities.
And the authorities. So...
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously hearing that, there was a policeman involved as well, I'd say it's not good. Don't look good. Sickening for the police. And then since that has happened, I think there was a study, wasn't there? There was a research put out by I think it was UN Women, who put the study out that said 97% of women have been sexually harassed, I think it was.
Yeah, which is frightening.
Which is very, very frightening.
Which is frightening. And I think this is the point where I think every male needs to sit down and educate themselves, where some girls feel uncomfortable in a certain situation by a male, and the male might not even realise that they're doing it. So, which is sad. From that study, yeah. So when you hear that 97% have been harassed, you think that's almost 100%, isn't it? That's pretty much everyone. If there's 100 people in a room, 97 have been.
So,
you know what I mean?
Did you know that on that? So you'll see that, and you'll think shit. And a lot of women now are like, fucking hell, that's, you know what I mean? It's awful. And a lot of men as well. Like, I'm thinking, fucking hell, like,
yeah, of course,
scum. So did you know that 1,432 people were asked that question? Right. So 97% of 1,432 people said that they were, right? 52 said that they have actually been harassed by a man, right? And the harassment they mentioned would be from wolf whistling to comments on appearance, right? So that study shows, like I say, it's a big headline that you think, shit, that's a high number, it doesn't look good. But there's men that are scum that might rape a girl or assault a woman like that, and they have put this wolf whistling and stuff like that, which isn't acceptable, obviously, in any form. If a woman takes offence to it, it's not acceptable. But they have situated that with this as well to make such a high figure to get a headline, really, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's okay, it doesn't mean it's right, but it's a shocking figure that makes you think, shit. So a lot of people would have seen that and actually thought, and repost it to the story, saying how bad it is. But if you look into it, it's less than 1,500 people. Yeah. But the specifics of it weren't really detailed. Yeah. Doesn't mean it's right or anything, but there's more to it than that.
But yeah, I know, but I think there is. But on the flip side, like, someone who has been wolf whistled or whatever. Say, for example, a girl walks past a group of lads in the day, yeah, and there's a group of lads or one particular man or whatever who wolf whistles at a girl, and it might just be that. But just off the back of that wolf whistle, the anxiety that the girl might face, worrying that it might escalate into something else, just off the back of that wolf whistle, is probably, that ruins her day, it ruins her weekend, it worries her for the next time she goes out, worried that another person might do something similar or worse, which is really, really sad. But I do get what you're saying, and
I think it's just the fact that graphic and that number is compared as well to people who genuinely do crimes and do awful things like that, and that shouldn't be happening. None of it should be happening, but there's more specifics to it. And I think me saying it like that, like siding with men, not siding with men, but you know, if you see that, when I read that, I think so. Almost 100% of men sexually harass women, is what it says. Do you know what I mean? There's more to it than that, and I just think there should be looked into more. And on the back of that, yeah, then there was a woman who, an MP, I can't remember her name, she's in the Green Party, who said that she thinks that men should have a 6 p.m. curfew.
I saw that headline.
So now, from how they have come together, yeah, how can that be the case now that she can say something like that to then make it you know acceptable to say it in Parliament? Like,
did you know?
Go on.
Years ago, I can't remember who it was, but it was a murderer about.
Jack the Ripper. No.
No, I think it
Moore's
was
murderer.
I think it was Peter Sutcliffe. To be fair, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But they told women they had to be in for a certain time, like, and you shouldn't be out. Like that was
yeah,
the
back
rule.
in the day. Yeah, yeah.
Like, it wasn't even that long ago. It was only.
I can imagine that.
Well, a couple, you know.
Mate,
what they do or
on
whatever.
the back of that, yeah, so I see that woman said men should have a 6 p.m. curfew, and I seen someone on Twitter saying, well, who's gonna time at the M6 at 3 in the morning then, or something like that. I was laughing my head off, but like that's how it spans to that now, and it makes a lot. And I'm sure women will agree in terms of like, you know, it gets silly and gets out of hand. And this woman who said this in Parliament was shot down and dismissed because you know it's something that is a bit daft.
Look, listen, there's the thing that's sad, yeah, and that is completely unacceptable is I've seen things on Twitter and online or whatever, and it's girls saying that they just don't feel comfortable to express themselves and in the way that they want to, whether that be wearing a short skirt because they're scared of how someone might look at them or someone might touch them, or they're scared of wearing certain thing, or scared of, you know, walking home, or all these different things. These girls, their anxiety is going through the roof. So I can understand the reason why someone might want to say, you know what, let's fuck all men off and let's keep them inside from 6 p.m. onwards. I completely see it, I hear it, I understand why you want that to happen, but realistically, it's not going to happen, is it?
It's definitely
not going to happen.
It's not going to happen, obviously not, and all men aren't going to stay in, yeah, but...
What you really need is harsher sentences for people who do commit sexual offence.
So Priti Patel, who's I think she's Home Secretary, has said now that there is going to be bigger sanctions and stuff for people like rapists and stuff like that, which there should be because you see drug dealers. A drug dealer might get like 6 to 8 years, and a paedophile will get 12 months or something like that. Obviously, I don't know any specifics. Yeah,
but no, it is.
That's you know what I mean. You see stuff like that. That's just it makes you sick. That's stupid shit.
But yeah, personally, I think rape should get you a life sentence.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's just as bad.
You should spend half your life in prison.
It's just as bad as killing someone.
You've ruined somebody else's life.
100%. A lot of these girls, I don't want to. A lot of girls may think. You know what? I don't even want to say it. Probably best not saying it.
Listen, that's what I mean. It's touchy, isn't it? And it's not nice to speak about. It's not even nice to think of if it's something like that, yeah. Because like they would always say, yeah, and. I think from a male aspect of looking at it, like imagine if it was your daughter or something like that, and it gets your blood boiling. It is, and that's where policing and the justice system needs to act up. And apparently it is going to now. It's going to get better. Good. It's going to be more strict for them. So thank God.
But there's but one thing that I don't want to see happen, and I'm not worried at, but it's a concern. Is that of course again, I don't want this to sound stubborn because it's coming from the two perspectives of two men, but I don't want it to eventually lead to the idea of every single man being seen as unapproachable or as someone who's genuinely not a nice person with good intentions.
Well, that's what I mean. That's
Do you know
how,
what I mean?
and obviously that isn't the case. Surely, right? That isn't the case. But that statistic that they put out makes people kind of think, oh, maybe they will be. And I've seen, like I say, people sharing it to the story and stuff. But what I did see that was good that you and me shared as well. It isn't like it's not something like it scribbles out protect your daughter. But it says educate your son, which I think that's 100%. If I have a son, I will tell him not to disregard women like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
or
of course.
even little things, but
You should treat all women how you treat your mum.
you should.
Yeah.
You should do, mate.
And of course, like I think
Respectfully.
I think it would be ignorant, and I think it would be not hypocritical as such, but I think it would be ignorant for us to say that every single male, and I'd say 95% of males, right, at some point in their life have not disregarded, I don't know if that's the right word, but they have not found interest in a girl, or they might have seen a girl not in a romantic way but in a sexual way. Well, that could be flipped on its head, and girls could be the exact same thing.
I mean,
I've had that with girls, that I've slept with, and then they might not be interested in anything X, Y, and Z.
100%,
Do you know what I mean?
bro,
So,
that's going to happen, isn't it? I think as boys, as we've all probably been in that position where we've been like, oh yeah, she's fit or something like that, yeah. But it doesn't mean we disregard women, but
Jack,
like it's different now.
you're joking?
No.
Oh, fuck's sake!
Fuck off.
Right, well, we're gonna have to pause and then we're gonna have to put it on charge for 10 minutes.
Well, just press record button.
Eh?
Press the record button. This one's still recording and that one's died.
Yeah, stop that one for now then.
Stop it at the top of the red.
Fish. Very, very sweet. Oh, are we on?
This one's recorded. Both recorded.
Right, so yeah, the camera's died, so bad we forgot where we were.
Yeah.
But in a nutshell, like, we send our kindest regards out and our heart bleeds for any girl that has ever been on the wrong end of any harassment, or if any girl has ever been made to feel uncomfortable in any way whatsoever. We wouldn't wish that upon absolutely anybody.
100%. And just reiterating what we said before, if there's any girl who feels a different way, maybe on our opinions or whatnot, or anything like that, hit us up. If you want to talk about it, come on the pod. Hit us up, we'll see what we can do, see if we can get something sorted.
And even if you don't want to come on the pod yet, if you want to just speak to us privately about it, like, obviously, as two lines, you're probably the last people you might want to talk about it, but sometimes people have nobody there to talk to, so the Boxed Off pod account and Will's personal and my personal, they're always open for anyone who might need someone to talk to.
So, in a bit brighter news, while we have got a little bit of time left, there has been a big announcement for a 2-fight deal with Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua.
Oh shit! Yeah, forgot about that actually.
Confirmed, apparently.
About time.
That is huge news, that, isn't it?
That's big scenes. So I think I already know what you said, but who do you think wins?
Tyson Fury.
How?
Knockout.
Ooh.
I just think outboxers have been winning points.
You think it's going to be an outboxing job deal?
I would have said that before we smacked up Wilder. But after we smacked up Wilder...
He busted his age up now, so... Bit of a different one, isn't it?
Did bust his ear jump, that's right. And he threw the towel in because he was getting licked up big time.
But to be fair though,
I think it's going to be a lot closer.
I think it will be a lot closer than people think.
I don't think Fury will go out to try and stop Joshua because he's not fought before. He went out to stop Wilder because he knew what Wilder had in the first fight, and in the second fight he just thought, fuck it, I'm just going to run through him. So I don't think he's going to stop him. I think he's going to try and outbox him because, as Fury always says, Joshua is tailor-made for him, wooden top, stiff up top, and hopefully Fury can box his way to a good win. But as we've seen, he's got the power. He's training with Sugar Hill, I think he's called as well. He's got him banging again. So
in AJ's last fight though, we saw a different side to AJ. He come out with some new little tricks. He's been doing different things in the gym, so he might be a completely different fighter than what Tyson may be expecting.
Well, it's a 2-fight deal anyway, so whoever wins, there's going to be a rematch, I assume.
I think, obviously...
Unless it's a school. And
yeah, of course.
Which, fingers crossed, Fury does. I don't hate Joshua, but I like Tyson Fury.
Yeah,
so I hope Fury
wins. Me too. But I think, obviously, Deontay Wilder got absolutely licked up by Fury, but I think obviously Wilder's got the power on everyone, but Anthony Joshua's a better finisher in terms of actually picking off an opponent and then nice little combo, smart little combo.
I wouldn't say that. I'd say Wilder's a better finisher because he has like a 90% knockout.
Yeah, but he only needs to land one, whereas
that's all it needs, mate. So he's the better finisher. Then.
AJ's a lot more technical. He can find his angles. He can.
He's more technical than Wilder. I mean, it's not hard to be more technical than him, but he has better one-punch power. But it makes an intriguing fight. Can't wait for it. The venue, I think, is to be confirmed. So
It's going to be Wembley, innit?
Nah.
Fury
says he's never going to fight in Wembley again.
might not be in the UK. Yeah, he wants it to be in America. Could be in
Vegas.
MGM.
Vegas.
Could be in Abu Dhabi, something like that. Depends where they're going to get a crowd.
I think that's a bit of a fucking shithouse move, to be fair. I think you've got to have it in the UK, obviously, but
Ideally,
it all depends on when
Two
it's
British
gonna be.
heavyweights should be in the UK. I
you want it
think.
in the UK, wouldn't you? But I think Fury's signed with is it Bob Arum in America? So
Bob, that fight's not going to happen until fans are allowed back in.
well, that's what I mean.
That's
That's
what
why
Bob Arum
venue's not been confirmed yet, innit? Because obviously they don't know when they're going to get people back to a big enough stadium. Because it'd sell out Wembley, wouldn't it? Anywhere in the UK.
easy.
But you don't have big
seconds.
not have big arenas like that for boxing in America. Like what's it called? The MGM Grand.
Yeah, and
That's only like 20,000 in it or something like that. Not even a big arena. Even though it's
I
like,
think as well, like in America. Well, I watched an interview that Eddie Hearn did, and Americans are known for like buying last minute. The tickets, the people always buy last minute in America.
I
Apparently.
don't think they'd have a choice with UK boxers because they'd sell out straight away.
Yeah, true.
Everyone would be flying over if they've got money anyway.
If you had the cash, and fly to America.
Oh, bro, 100%. If it was in the UK, I'd try and get tickets, but if it was in the UK, we wouldn't be able to get tickets.
No
The only tickets you'd be able to get if it was in the UK, it would be right at the top of the fucking stadium.
Still
you
want to be there though.
And you wouldn't be
I
able to
think
see
of all the celebrities, all everybody else is going to want
100%. Anything
tickets
on the
to that
floor,
fight straight away.
will be long
Yeah.
gone, mate. Long
Yeah,
gone.
literally anyone who's anyone will be there, won't they? Literally anyone who's anyone. It's the biggest fight of fucking
Probably one of the biggest heavyweight fights ever.
yeah. Like in our lifetime, for sure, it's the biggest fight in our lifetime.
It'll be the biggest heavyweight clash of recent times.
Yeah.
Easily.
Right. Like Tyson Bruno all over again.
Yeah, well, 100%. Two British heavyweights, undisputed. Both got border belts.
I mean, I'd love to. We had the brief conversation before. We're going to try and get a boxer on here. I'm not going to say who, because if it doesn't come off, then we'll just look silly, won't we? But I think it would be sick to actually have a boxer on here and actually talk about it in a lot more detail. Because as I said in the previous episode, my interest has grown massively for boxing over the last few months or so. So I'd definitely be up for getting an established boxer-rooney on the couch.
100%. Have a little spar and spar jack.
How much would you have to get paid to take a full-blown dig off Anthony Joshua in the face with no head guards on, bare knuckle? How much would you have to get paid?
I don't know, but it'd probably kill me, so it doesn't matter. Like, if he punched me square in my jaw, just stood there, it'd probably kill you. It'd break your jaw, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, easy.
And then,
What about Francis Ngannou?
Well, no, even worse, because he's got the hardest punch recorded ever. So I don't want to take a punch off him.
How much would you have to get paid to take a bare knuckle punch, full pelt off Anthony Joshua in the stomach?
Break all your ribs, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Mil.
I'd do it for less than $1 million.
Oof.
$500,000.
500 grand. Comment down below. How much would you have to
Probably do it
get?
for 250 grand.
Yeah. How much? Comment down below. Yeah. How much would you have to get paid to get punched in the stomach, bare knuckle, by Anthony Joshua? Comment down below. I'm interested. I'd probably say, if someone. The thing is, though, realistically, if someone put £50,000 cash in front of you and said that's yours if you take this dig, you're taking it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it now. And
If it's there,
I do silly things for
tax
money.
free.
Mate. I'd do that. Therefore, back to the fucking.
Yeah. Comment down below. I'm interested.
You got an ambulance on standby?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got straight to A&E afterwards.
Can do it for £5 grand, really.
£5 grand. Be so like that's why. No.
But yeah, mate, I saw Chunks and Philly did an interview with Tyson Fury. It was like if Tyson Fury got X amount of questions right, he got to punch Chunks or something in the stomach, and like Chunks put like this, stood there and Fury like hit him, but like it was like he tapped him. Obviously, and Chunks is a big guy, and it proper took it out of Chunks, yeah. but it just makes you realise how hard these men actually must punch. And it's crazy how big these guys are. Like, you don't, obviously you watch them on telly, you know the big blokes, but when you see one of them in person, they're literally like
6'7".
They're like the maid. It's like the maid in a lab.
It is ceiling, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, innit? Fury wouldn't even be able to fit in it. He actually wouldn't. I mean, you can't get him on. Well, they just have to crouch down.
I mean,
Tyson Fury watching it as well.
it's Tyson Fury if you watch it.
Tell us what round you're going to finish AJ in.
We'll have to have a look in our calendar when we can fit you in. But yeah,
We'll get Tommy on instead.
yeah, we'll get. Mate, you see that Tommy Fury
Yeah,
called out Jake Paul? What a fucking melon he is.
It's a
The
good
best
fight.
American accent
It's a
ever.
money fight.
It is a money fight. Yeah, it is a money fight.
Money talks, mate. Once again, money talks. So.
You've got to back Tommy Fury to beat Jake Paul.
Oh,
Surely.
100%. Tyson Fury tweeted it saying he thinks it would be a pretty even fight as well.
He's probably because he's probably trying to make
He's
it.
probably just
happen.
trying to make him surely, but surely not.
Surely, like.
And even the same.
Yeah, about Dana
way-
White saying he's going to put a mill on Ben Askren
Yeah.
to beat Jake Paul.
A mill on Ben Askren to beat Jake Paul. Is that
Sure,
working a
mate,
bet on
if
that?
Jake Paul beats him, like, surely not. The guy's a fully fledged. He's a fighter. Like, who did Jake Paul bang out? He banged
Nate
out
Robinson.
Nate
Yeah,
Robinson, an NBA player. Yeah. And
Basketball.
did you, obviously,
Yeah.
it's a pretty nice knockout. Yeah, but did
Yeah,
you see
it
the
was.
way that he came running towards him? Like,
Yeah, they're not. The thing is, he's been boxing for a bit, hasn't he, Jake Paul? But
he's
like,
probably, he looks decent.
he's not.
Like, he looks
surely he wouldn't beat Tommy Fury.
he shouldn't beat Ben Askren. To be fair, he shouldn't. This guy's a proper fighter.
It is pretty intriguing, to be fair. I don't know how it's going to go. I am interested, but I'd like to think Ben Askren would win because he is a world class athlete and he's won loads of state titles.
I'm looking forward to the Logan Paul and the Floyd Mayweather one.
Been postponed that.
Yeah, it's been postponed till future TBC
Yeah.
pretty much.
Well, we don't even know.
It's going to happen, it's just a matter of
I
when.
just don't know when. Innit?
That'd be interesting. Obviously, we know what's going to happen in it, but
It's different catchment weights though, isn't it?
That's what I
Logan
mean,
Paul's
he's-
going to be in a
Logan Paul's
lot
a
heavier than
he's-
Mayweather.
Logan Paul could probably be a heavyweight. To be fair,
well, he's quite tall, isn't he? He's obviously
Well,
a
light
lot
heavyweight.
bigger.
I mean,
He's not gonna beat
him and
him,
KSI
man.
fought at cruiserweight. I swear.
Probably would have been, yeah.
I swear they fought at cruiserweight.
Probably would have been. It seems about right for them. Seems about right.
But anyways, it's been a pleasure. I mean, we've had a bit of a mare with the cameras tonight, but
Yeah, we've had a bit of a night there.
it is what it is. But yeah, man, I appreciate everyone tuning in and supporting as usual. Like it's sick. We do appreciate every single one of you. So
Mhm.
big up you lot. Apart from that one person that just liked our video last week.
In it, yeah, whoever you are, yeah. Fucking not happy about it. Fuck it. Thanks for watching,
Yeah,
guys.
nice one, but people. See you later.
See you later.